Kobe, before tonight's game, were you nervous and or anxious, and were you bound and determined to go out tonight, both guns blazing?
You know, I was. I tried to. I didn't watch the news. I didn't watch, any of the commentary or read anything. Because then it just it would make me extremely emotional, and I knew coming into the night, I just didn't want to play bad, so I had to kind of focus on the game. And the start of the game was horrendous, and I had to settle down. But I had a little bit of nerves, and once the game got going a little bit, and then I was able to settle down. Thank you.
Kobe over here. You've talked about storytelling a lot this year and what you're going to do. Is this the perfect ending for your story? And how do you encapsulate this season and tonight?
Well, I mean, the perfect ending would have been a championship. That's perfect ending to me. But tonight was, trying to go out, playing hard, and try to put on a show as much as I possibly could. And it felt good to be able to do that one last time.
Kobe, wanted to ask you two questions. First of all, would you accept a script like this for your new story company? Would you accept or reject a script like this?
Yeah, after debates in the story room of why winning the championship is not in the question, then yes, I would have accepted this one.
But my serious question is, what does it mean to you? We know what a competitor you are. We've talked about that for 20 years. We've seen that in you. When you come through with a performance like this, which is what you wanted to do, what does it mean to you to be able to call on the abilities that you have to come through and look like your old self to some degree?
Honestly, I can't believe this actually happened, to be honest with you. It's kind of crazy to me. I still don't, it's hard to believe that it happened this way. It really is. I'm still in shock about it. And just, the outpouring of support all night long, and my, former teammates and the fans and my family, and it was just, it's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I'm still in shock about it, and I think now I'll allow myself to go back and read a lot of the things and watch some of the commentary and the videos and just kind of take it all in,
Serena?
Kobe, from the energy in the crowd to all the tribute videos playing everywhere to your former teammates being there and celebrities, what do you think that one thing you're going to remember most when you're sitting up there right now that you won't take away with?
I think the fans, the reaction from the fans, the chanting, the support, the encouragement. I was really, really tired. It was just there's just no way. I got to continue to push it because the fan support was tremendous, and I think that's the thing I'll remember the most.
Kobe, you said before the game that tomorrow you were planning on working out.
I have to,
and then going to work with your company, your business. Is that still the plan based on how your body feels right now?
I have to. That's a very slippery slope. I've done my research for players post. And it's kind of like tomorrow, and then all of a sudden it's So I think the important thing is to get into a routine, to maintain discipline, and to find a new routine. I've been in a certain routine for my entire career, and I think the worst thing that I could possibly do is not have one, because then you wake up without a sense of purpose or a sense of direction. So I have to find a new routine, and I have to get to it and be comfortable in it.
Kobe, you talked earlier about trying to keep this day as normal as you can. How did this day leading up to it wind up turning out?
Didn't work out that way. Didn't work out that way in a good way. There was so many people to talk to, and items to be signed, and pictures to be taken, and I just gave myself up to that because I said this is fine. This is cool, man. Just let it go. Just let it ride. Just enjoy it, and it was fun.
Kobe, at what moment were you most emotional tonight? When did it really take you over?
Oh, hey. There were a lot of points there where I started getting emotional. When we first ran out of the tunnel, in which you catch it, I catch myself. Okay, I'm putting on my jersey. I'm saying, okay, this is the last time we're going to put on a jersey. Dun, 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 right? You know what I mean? And then this is the last time I run out of the tunnel. Dun, dun, dun. You know, and like when those moments happen, you catch yourself and you start getting really emotional. And then I say, okay, you got to block that out because none of that makes a difference whatsoever if you come out here and completely lay an egg. You'll completely mess up the situation. So you have to concentrate and focus, and then you can be nostalgic all you want, later on tonight and then tomorrow.
All right, so Kobe.
Bill, hold on, Rachel, Bill, and then Rachel.
Sorry, two questions. One, what did it mean to you, or how did it hit you when you heard Magic say that you're the greatest to wear the purple and gold? And two, how closely were you watching the tribute videos as they poured in, and which ones jumped out at you?
I refuse to believe it because Magic is my hero. I don't think you guys really understand how much of a diehard fan I was, like a Laker fan. Like, dude, it was like, Magic was all over my wall. I used to wear really big knee pads because Magic wore really big knee pads. You know what I mean? I used to practice the baby hook, and so he is and always will be number one for me, always. And the tribute videos, I was able to peek up and look and check them out, and from time to time, and I enjoyed them all, man. It was, hopefully, I'll get a chance to at some point go back and just look at them all and just kind of take it all in,
So Kobe, I know that there was dun dun dun, the jersey and the tunnel and all of that. And you black it out for the game. The game ends. You give your speech. When you walk off the court for the last time as a player, what's going through your head in those 5 seconds?
Don't trip. No, I mean, it was just, it's surreal. It's hard to describe. I mean, it's almost like you're in a fog, and, everything is moving extremely slow, yet extremely fast. And I'm trying to look and, take it all in. And you're trying to observe, not quite sure where to look. And just trying to take it all in. And it's very difficult to do. But I mean, it's just like a dream. Just a dream. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the coolest thing is that my kids actually saw me play like I used to play. You know what I mean? It was like, whoa, Dad. And I said, yeah, I used to do this pretty often. They were like, really? Like, dude, YouTube it. You know what I mean? So it was pretty cool for them to actually see that. So.
Kobe, can you take a step back and listen to the 60s sing? Can you just take a step back now and just?
I can. I mean, I'm doing it now. I just can't. I can't believe this happened. I can't even. This is crazy to me, man. It's crazy to me. It's crazy, and I can. What? I mean, there's no way I could possibly imagine this happening, and just deeply honored by the fans, and to be able to put on that type of show for them, and because of all the support that they've given me, and how we grew up together, and the fans that have been coming here from day one, and so to give them this type of show on the last one is, it means everything.
Kobe, as the points are mounting quickly, 20 and 30 and 40, the fans are whooping it up. What are you and your teammates saying to each other? We could see the smiles.
My teammates were just continuing to encourage me and continuing to say, dude, shoot. And I was just like, it's like reverse. It's a weird year. You know what I mean? Like, you go from being the villain to now being some type of a hero, and then go from everybody saying pass the ball to shoot the ball. It's like really strange. But I enjoyed it, man. They were very encouraging and continuing to feed me and set picks for me and stuff. And it felt like a sense of responsibility to continue to play. I mean, there are times where I drove to the basket, dude, but my legs were just like, what are you, nuts? And I just throw the ball up and it goes in. It was like, oh, thank God.
Kobe, two quick ones on your left. In your new commercial, you're encouraging everyone to sing their hatred of you. Throughout your career, how vital was the hate to drive you to what you did?
is extremely necessary for me because that's what I fed off of. And I think at that time, to be embraced would have been like kryptonite for me, because the darkness, still those dark emotions, is what I used to drive me. That isolation. That's what I grew up comfortable in. So I would refuse to allow anything else but that. I mean, even saying things that create some type of animosity. You know what I mean? To just continue to use that as fuel to propel me forward. I mean, it was extremely, extremely necessary. If you wanted to beat me, all you had to do was embrace me at that time, and I would have been done.
The flip side of that tonight was everyone coming together, former teammates. I mean, I don't know if you saw what was outside, the people massing outside. So what was it like, and how did it feel to be at the center of this unifying moment?
It's surreal. It really is. And, I think what I tried to do is not think about it. I tried to go through my routine as normal as possible and think about the craft, think about the game. Who are you matching up with? How's the defense going to play you? Like, try to go back to the basics, not think too much about the bigness of the moment. Just focus on those details.
Kobe, over here, back here.
Hi.
What's up?
What's up?
You alluded to this off of Jay's question, just about embracing kind of the villain role, the hate, all this. A lot of people were so used to seeing only that ferocious, competitive killer Kobe that this year, as you've kind of let your guard down and this brighter kind of demeanor has come out, people have kind of wondered, and I've even heard people debate. So is that the real Kobe? Where's the real Kobe? What is this, like, the public side of this for you been about in terms of kind of letting go a little bit, being able to be kind of more of this joyous persona publicly as opposed to the killer kind of persona that you were carrying for so long?
I mean, I'm both. Just like everybody in this room. It's a very simple concept when you think about it. And we're all both. We all have a little hero and villain inside of us, man. And it's just depending on perspective. One day we were driving back from school with my kids. We were having a conversation about villains in movies. And I think we were talking about Voldemort or something. And they asked me, they said, "Well, what makes a villain a villain?" And I was like, "Oh, is this like one of those daddy moments where you can't mess this up sort of thing?" And I thought, I said, me and my kids were all allergic to bees. And so I said, if a bee is flying around your head, what are you going to do? She said, "Well, I'm going to take a magazine, I'm going to roll it up, I'm going to try to knock it out the air." I said, "Okay, well, to you is the bee the hero or the villain?" She said, "Well, the villain." I said, "Well, what about the bee that's flying around minding its own business? Is it the hero or the villain? Are you the hero?" And she goes, "Well, I would be the villain." I said, "Well, exactly. It's all a matter of perspective." Right? So that's the simple way to describe that. I think we all are both. It depends what perspective you're looking at it from.
Kobe, 2 questions. First, if you will try to summarize what happened tonight, it will be like this. Kobe retired and Steph Curry led the Golden State to create the new history. How do you see this change of time? How do you think of the league that will be without?
I think this has been an amazing day for sports fans, basketball fans in particular. It's been a great day with them setting such a unbelievable record. I mean, you think about that, man, 73 wins. I mean, that's ridiculous. And then obviously what happened here tonight. I mean, it's been a great night in basketball history, I think.
Second question: do you have something to say to your friends in the other side of the world? Millions of people didn't go to work to see your games in China.
Yeah, ni hao, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Thanks.
Ed? Cope, how would you describe driving up here today and seeing what was going on around this area just for you? And at the same time, how emotionally draining was that part of the entire day, and be able to dig deep like you did and come up with a big 6-0?
Seeing everything that was taking place before, and just, I was enjoying it. I was very appreciative of it. And then I quickly, get right back to my center of, okay, you got to go out there and perform. And so I was able to focus and try not to get too emotional because I feel like that would take away from the performance. Even despite my best efforts, you could still see at the start of the game, still nervous and still emotional about it and had to settle down. So I was tired, man. I was tired, but you got to push through it. I mean, this is, saving it for what? I was just hoping I didn't hurt something. That would be a buzzkill.
Go right here. I've asked you this question before under very different circumstances, and you didn't like the question then.
Give it a shot again.
Is this the last time, officially, is this the last time that we see Kobe Bryant play basketball?
Well, I mean, now with Twitter and Instagram and all this stuff, you might catch a glimpse of me shooting at a gym or something, at a playground or something like that. I mean, that's about it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel great. I mean, I feel like I'm extremely happy. I mean, this is like a very joyful day to be able to have this experience and have this moment. But I'll never play an NBA game again. I mean, a lot of people say, yeah, you never say never. Never.
Kobe, thank you very much, first of all, on behalf of my organization and all Turkish fans and all other international fans all over the world. When you enter the locker room for the last time after seeing your jersey, number 24, what kind of emotions came to your mind?
Uh-oh. That's what I thought. I was like, man, this is really happening. This is really happening. And I have those moments all day today where, the memories come in and, like putting on my jersey, putting on my socks, putting on my sneakers. Like, this is the last time you're going through this, and then having to, okay, I still got to go out there and play, but those moments, we're there throughout the entire day, preparing for the game at home, icing the ankles, icing the knees, icing the shoulder, getting dressed, right, coming, like all of that stuff, going through it for the last time.
Kobe, when you play for 20 years, there are lots of different phases and sort of chapters that people can look at and hang on to and call their favorites or their most interesting. When you kind of go back through your career, what are the parts that stick out to you, whether it's most challenging, most interesting, most pure, that type of thing?
Personally, I think the 3 seasons in a row of having season-ending injuries, that was, whew. Like after the Achilles, it was like, okay, that was my one major injury. I can come back from this one. People say I can't, but I will. And I came back, and I'm kind of working myself back into it and stuff, and then fractured the knee. All right, here we go, right? And trying to do that, and then tear the shoulder. It's like, God, you gotta be kidding, And so to try to climb up that mountain and get knocked down 3 years in a row, man, then to try to bounce back again from that, I'm just happy to be able to sit here healthy and haven't finished the season. But those 3 years are the thing that I think sticks the most to me, because internally that was the most challenging.
The stuff we saw tonight was almost like you were transported back against the Celtics in 2010. Did you at any point forget where you were and think in your mind that you were somewhere else? Yes,
and that was the beauty of it. It's kind of like an inner struggle, right? Because you want to try to appreciate the moment, but to appreciate the moment, you must know where you are. And when you appreciate and know where you are, it takes you out of your zone, it takes you out of your rhythm. So it was a constant dance. So what you saw tonight is you saw, okay, hit 3, 4, 5 shots in a row. And then it's, oh man, I can't believe this is happening. Oh, missed the next 5. And then you try to settle yourself back in. Right, so it's a constant dance of trying to just accept the moment versus just trying to digest the moment.
Kobe, okay. Do you feel like you'll ever find?
I still have not figured out how to figure out where the questions are coming from after all these years.
I'm like ducking down too.
Seriously, I can't.
Super
I can
short.
never see you.
Super short. Vic's hat's over there now.
Now I can spot Vic a mile away. I mean, that's one of the guys I'll never have trouble finding. So.
Do you think that you'll ever find anything that you're as good at and as passionate at as basketball?
Passionate, absolutely. Listen, I love the art of storytelling. It's hard for people to understand that, but I mean, I do this every day, all day. I mean, I was at the office today from 8 to 2. You know, I love it. I absolutely love it. Will I be as good at it? I don't know, but I'm going to leave no stone unturned in the art of storytelling, just like I have my entire basketball career. That I will promise you.
Dave? Kobe, I know.
Yes, I got it.
You got it right here. Knowing how much winning means to you and how much this franchise means to you, now that they kind of pivot to whatever happens next, what do those young guys that you play with need to do to get this franchise back up? And what are your expectations for how this franchise will rebuild?
Well, what I told them in the locker room after the game is the most important thing here in this offseason is for them to really work together, right? You know, it's easy in the summertime for them to break apart, but I think it's really important for the younger guys, you know, D'Angelo, you know, Jordan, you know, Randall, to continue to stay in touch and to work together and continue to figure out together, you know, where do you like the ball, you know, this rhythm, watch film together, you know, because they have to build this thing as a unit. And, you know, that was my message to them. And secondly, you got to be in the gym all day. I mean, this is not, you know, I said, the reason I can stand here in front of you guys and feel extremely comfortable with my decision is because I gave my soul to this game, man. There's nothing more I could give. Nothing. And I said, if you guys feel like that at the end of your career, you will be just as comfortable as I am. But I'm telling you, it goes by fast. And if you don't give it your all, you're going to regret it. You're absolutely going to regret it. And don't be that guy. You know, get yourself in the gym, work as hard as you possibly can. And hopefully they got the message.
Kobe, it seems like you'll always be a part of this Laker family. Will we see you back here working with some of the younger guys maybe from time to time or being a part of things?
Y'all won't see me doing it, but I'll be doing it, though. Anytime they want to drop out to Orange County, that they're more than welcome. They're more than welcome. You know, but yeah, and I'll be working with the guys and, you know, talking to them and, you know, other players around the league, too. I love the game, and I love to share the knowledge that I've accumulated and the knowledge that's been passed down to me from the great players that came before. So I'll definitely be sharing that. In Orange County, though.
Time for two more, guys. Last two, Bill and then Serena.
We rarely see you wear your jersey in here. You'd want to take it off, do you?
Yeah, let's go with that. No, I just figured, you know, tonight, I come in here early because I know you guys got deadlines and stuff, and it's. And it's not like I have to ice. What takes a long time is that I have to ice, I have to stretch, I have to do modality. What am I doing that for? The treadmill tomorrow? You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm able to come in here a lot faster and get going. I want to walk in the locker room. They sprayed me with champagne. I was kind of like, what the heck? That's only for championships, but all right. So I'm smelling a little bit like champagne. But on a serious note, you're right. You're right. Keeping this jersey on and taking it off, it's going to be very, very strange, man.
Serena,
really
last
strange.
question.
Kobe, you perfectly led me to my next question. I was walking around the arena tonight, and I must have heard at least a half dozen people saying, "Oh my God, this feels like Game 7." and you've said so many times that Game 7, 2010, was your favorite championship. How did the energy in the arena compare to that Game 7? And how is the championship feeling different than this kind of feeling of finality right now?
Well, Game 7, the energy in Game 7 was high energy, but it was a very nervous energy. It was very intense. It was like, the fans wanted to explode, but they didn't know if they could, if they should. It was like, because everybody's just kind of on pins and needles. It's like watching a scary movie. You're just kind of sitting there. You don't want to really move because you don't want to jinx the situation. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, that's the energy of the Game 7 until we finally won it and the place erupted. Tonight, it was more festive. You know, there wasn't the pressure. It was more just a celebration. And so that energy is completely different, but still both intense, just different forms of intensity.
Thanks very much, everyone.
Guys, thank you. Seriously, thank you. I mean, I've liked most of you guys from my career. I've hated some of you guys from my career, but then come to actually appreciate everything that you guys do. And, truly, truly, thank you so much for all of these years. I couldn't, a lot of things that you guys have written have inspired me, have pushed me, and have helped me have made me the player that I am today. And I don't think you guys truly understand the impact that you have on players and the things that you guys write, good and bad. and you guys can help inspire and shape the future generation of NBA basketball players and sports industry as a whole, because the words are a very powerful thing. And so I just really want to thank you guys for everything that you've done for me and continue to do for the game. So appreciate it. Thank you.